We are the boatside travelers. Welcome to Bratislava.
Once upon a time, there was a country called Czechoslovakia, with Prague as capital. In 1993, against the wishes of many of its citizens, Czechoslovakia split into two countries, the Czech Republic, for which Prague remains the capital, and Slovakia with Bratislava as capital. Since then, Bratislava has always been in the shadow of its sister Prague.
Bratislava is not on the bucket list of many people. A lot of people don't even know where it is. Some think it should be boring.
We spent 2 days exploring the city. It is definitely not just like a mini Prague, as some people like to say. Bratislava is very much its own metropolis, with its own distinct identity, history and culture. In our 2 days in Bratislava, we will see amongst others Kamzik Tower, Bratislava Castle, St. Martin's Cathedral, the main square of Bratislava, the Blue Church, Devin Castle, UFO Tower.
Bratislava streets are populated with statues, some humorous, some plain weird. This provides great settings for photo opportunities and an insight into the Slovak sense of humor.
Day 1. Kamzik TV Tower, Bratislava Castle, St. Martin's Cathedral, Michael's Gate, Main Square, Komil, Sonnen Nazi.
We decided to start our Bratislava sightseeing adventure from the Kamzik TV Tower. For the only simple reason, we wanted to have a good view of the city from a distant point.
Kamzik TV Tower lies within the territory of Bratislava Forest Park. It is located on the Kamzik Hill, which is 439 meters above sea level. The easiest way to get there is by a car, as it is in a forest park.
We have tried to get there on bus. From the closest stop, it takes an additional 45-minute walk uphill. I'm exhausted. Oh, I'm tired. I'm climbing uphill to get to the Kamzik TV Tower. If you don't rent a car during your trip, you might as well want a taxi. Oh, come on. This is why the tower is not full of tourists. And you may have the feeling of having the tower all for yourself. After 20 minutes walking up to the hill, we can finally have a glance of the tower. But we still have about 14 minutes walk.
Kamzik Tower is a natural TV tower and the second highest point of Bratislava. On its top, there is an observation deck from where you have a perfect view on the whole city, and you can even see the territories of bordering countries with Slovakia.
After a long walk, we finally made it to the top of the Kamzik TV Tower. Yeah, I deserve one of it.
There is a restaurant and a bar, so you can enjoy the view along with having something tasty. The restaurant's corner sections are rotating, so you can have a 360-degree panoramic view of the city dining there. From Kamzik TV Tower, there is a 40-minute bus ride to Bratislava Castle. The former seat of rulers, today the symbol of Bratislava and the seat of the Museum of History. The massive rectangular building with four corner towers stands on an isolated rocky hill directly above the Danube River in the middle of Bratislava. Because of its size and location, it has been a dominant feature of the city for centuries and offers panoramic view of the city.
With its four corners, the main castle building looks like an upside-down stone table.
Bratislava used to be the official coronation town for Hungarian kings, and thus, the castle was the formal seat of the kings. In 1992, the Constitution of Independent Slovakia was written in the castle. Bratislava Castle was, and still is, an important and popular place for locals and visitors alike.
It is the main tourist attraction and the most significant symbol of Bratislava. We didn't bother to go inside the castle, as we have learned that it isn't worth the €10 entrance fee. There are empty rooms after empty rooms. We could, however, enjoy for free the Baroque garden behind the castle.
The garden was opened in June 2016, was reconstructed in order to remand its last Baroque stage before the Great Fire in 1811 occurred, which damaged the castle and its surroundings. After the Bratislava Castle, we headed to St. Martin Cathedral, another popular tourist attraction in Bratislava, which is about 10 minutes walk from the castle. Located between the old town and the castle, St. Martin's Cathedral has seen the crowning of nearly 20 kings and queens. The cathedral is the largest and finest, as well as one of the oldest churches in Bratislava. On 30th of June 1995, Pope St. John Paul II visited St. Martin's Church. The bell tower is 85 meters high and together with the castle dominates the city center. Michael's Gate is 5-minute walk from St. Martin's Cathedral. The 51 meters tall tower has 7 floors, and the superb view of the old town from the upper terrace of the tower is one of Bratislava's top visitor experiences. It's the last standing gate in Bratislava, as it's one of the main entrances to the city old town. An interesting feature is Kilometer Zero, located right on the walkway of Michael's Gate. It gives the distance from this spot to various cities around the world.
You can actually find out the distance between Bratislava and your country. A lot of people just stroll over it without noticing, like it's just any other bit of footpath.
Main square of Bratislava is one of the best known squares in Bratislava. It is located in the old town and it's often considered to be the center of the city. Some of the main landmarks found in the square are the Old Town Hall and Roland Fountain.
There were a lot of statues in the square. One of them caught our attention. It's the statue of a soldier leaning on a bench. It is the Napoleon army soldier.
Napoleon and his army came to Bratislava in 1805. As the story goes, the soldier fell in love with a Bratislavan girl and ended up staying for the rest of his life. Many visitors posed for a picture with the famous soldier, imitating his pose by standing at his side with crossed arms. Each of the buildings standing in the square deserves attention. The most dominant one, however, is the Old Town Hall, the oldest city hall in the country and one of the oldest stone buildings still standing in Bratislava, housing the oldest museum of the city and owning a tower that offers a charming view of the city center to its visitors.
Just a few steps away from the main square, as we were wandering through the streets of Bratislava Old Town, we came across another interesting figure. It's Camille, the sewer worker.
You cannot visit Bratislava without saying hi to Camille and make sure to take a photo. This is actually one of the most photographed objects in Bratislava. Camille, the Slovak word, actually means watcher. Debate rages on as to what this cheeky chap is actually doing. Is he resting? Is he heading down to clean up the mess? Or is he picking up women's skirts? We ended our first day in Bratislava at Schone Nazi statue. It was a renowned Bratislava character for almost 40 years. He walked around the old town in an elegant tailcoat and top hat, and respectfully greeted women that were passing by. Sometimes he gifted them little something, as for example, singing a song or giving a flower. Day 2. Blue Church, Devon Castle, UFO Bridge and UFO Tower. It is a rainy day and we have a lot on our plate. We started by a visit to the Blue Church. Officially known as the Church of St. Elizabeth of Hungary, but commonly referred to simply as the Blue Church for obvious reasons. This is Bratislava's most appealing Art Nouveau building.
The facade is blue, the mosaics are blue, everything, even the roof, is tiled with blue glazed ceramics. And not only exterior, its interior is also painted in shade of pale blue. It rises like a wedding cake out of the suburban street. No wonder it's always surrounded with people taking pictures of it.
Based on the project of the Austrian architect Edmund Lechner, the Blue Church was built between the years 1909 and 1940. The church is also called Smurf Church or Cake. It is definitely a must-see while visiting Bratislava. Devin Castle is situated in Devin, which is a borough of Bratislava, 12 kilometers away from the city center. The bus journey from Blue Church takes around 20 minutes. Devin Castle is one of the oldest castles in Slovakia. The castle was likely first mentioned in written sources in 864.
Unlike Bratislava Castle, which has seen its fair share of reconstruction, renovations, expansion, Devin Castle sits in ruins. After paying the entrance fee, we began to walk uphill toward the castle. Along the way, there were pastures of sheep and donkeys. Once we reach the top, we have been greeted by this fabulous view.
Since it is situated on a high cliff over the Marova and Danube rivers and standing on the frontier between Slovakia and Austria, it offers beautiful panoramic views and is a very popular place to visit. We also checked some exhibition inside the castle. After the stroll at the Devin Castle, we headed back to the city center to hang out at the UFO Tower. This is where we are going to end our sightseeing adventure, enjoying one last time the city's magnificent panoramic view that you can get from the tower. In 45 seconds, you can get to the very top of the UFO restaurant by a lift, where an open-air outlook place is situated. From the height of 95 meters, you can enjoy the view up to the distance of 100 kilometers. Constructed from 1967 to 1972, the UFO Sightseeing Tower was included in the World Federation of Great Towers. UFO Tower has been built just above the new bridge, the Slovak National Uprising Bridge, which is actually the 7th largest hanging bridge in the world and incredibly shapes the panorama of Bratislava.